They're like, you don't even know all the fraud on my end. I'm like, oh
Oh
my
my
God,
gosh.
let's talk about it.
But what's really interesting is from a trade compliance perspective, our jobs are to identify when things don't seem right, when the
Hmm.
story doesn't make sense, if there's a piece missing, because you've got transshipment concerns, you've got sanctions and denied parties and licensing and all of that stuff that goes into getting product from the United States out to your customers and making sure you're doing it legally. That most often leads to your business being out money, being out product.
Hmm.
And you're spending money too on tools and resources in each of the different business units to try to basically do the same thing, which is
Yeah.
identify and stop fraud from happening because it can cost your business a lot of money
Hmm.
in the long run. Because just because you find and you stop one person from
Yeah.
ordering from you, they'll just create a shell company or a different, they'll come and misrepresent themselves again, and they're going to continue to hit you with fraud. So, I mean, there is no industry that is exempt from this type of behavior. And because it is a passion project of mine, I strongly believe that a strong culture of compliance to mitigate things like fraud come
Right.
from education and outreach and understanding. So I don't really think that there is a business unit in an organization that doesn't have some kind of a risk of
Yeah.
fraud.
If you have like some sort of weird, a lot of times it's like just trust your gut. That's like
Yeah.
huge red flag and you should always verify.
If it doesn't make sense, like you said, if your spidey senses are tingling, ask some questions. And if you don't know what questions you need to ask, that's when you bring your trade compliance team in, and
Yeah.
say, hey, something isn't right with this order. And if you brought us in, I could tell you that most likely you're going to see an increase in fraud transactions that are happening, shell companies that are doing business with us
Huh.
that are not legitimate business. And we'll be a part of a lot of investigations that we probably don't want to be a part of because products are
Yeah.
being routed through Hong Kong and going into places that we don't want them to. I mean, really, there's fraud that is all through the supply chain.
Yeah.
That there's something that anybody can learn from all of it. I love talking about trade compliance. So be careful when you ask the question. You might get more than what you anticipated, but I have a real strong passion about talking about this stuff and educating it.